again. I don't know. I did something with the camera quality last time, and I don't know if it's gonna work right. Doesn't really look like it as much. Hi. Don't necessarily know why I'm on right now. Felt the need to come on yesterday. Can't remember what I had to say now. So, kind of feel the need to come on right now. So we're gonna wing it. Maybe, hopefully, I'll remember what it was that I had to say yesterday. Probably not. Knowing me. Definitely not knowing me. Um, hey, how's it going? I don't know what's my last video was like 20 minutes long of how wonderful life is. And then that very day, probably like within the next 2 hours after that, I came down hard from that high off of life. Things got real, and it's probably not as bad as I'm making it sound. It just, something came up, and I had to get through it, and everything's okay. Kind of just try to get through all the things as they come, right? And that's all a part of life. Don't know what to say. Felt the need to be here though. Uh, don't mind me. I get random. I jump out and sing sometimes and say things and do things and whatever. Hi, it's nice to meet you. These are little quirks that you'll find as time goes on if I continue to do this. Um, but I decided to come on and do this just because, like I said, I wanted to yesterday and I didn't, and I kind of regret, I'll use the term loosely, regret not doing it before, um, just because I wanted to, you know? And I enjoy doing this and I like doing this and I would like for this to grow, but it's not going to if I'm not consistent. And I think my last video that was 20 minutes long was like a month plus ago, a month and a half maybe, something. So we're going to try and keep this short. We're already at 2.5 minutes. I have a problem with rambling and not actually getting to a point. I don't know if this one has a point. I'm just chatting. So if you would like to sit here and enjoy listening to me chat, that's grand. I love that. Thanks for hanging out today. Um, Life is still beautiful though, even if it's hard. I'll say that. Um, I have noticed though that it's a little more beautiful and a lot less stressful if you give yourself some space and the ability to understand that it's not always all your fault. I don't know if anybody else needs to hear that. I need to tell myself that a lot though. I, courtesy of the interwebs, have learned that I have, I don't know, an anxious attachment style. I don't know, but I'm trying to not do that anymore and stop over, talk to the camera, stop over explaining and stop trying to make myself be understood and heard, because really the only person who needs to hear me is me. And if I can validate myself, then I can understand that things are okay. I don't like looking at the camera. Look this way. Here. I will move this over there so I'm at least looking under the camera. That looks better. Now I feel like the other time I was looking. Anyway, this is what happens when I don't necessarily have a reason to come on, I just have a desire to. It turns into whatever the hell. Um, and I don't remember what I was talking about. I guess part of a point, hopefully, maybe, is you don't need other people to tell you that it's okay, that what you're feeling is what you're feeling. I can't tell you how many times I've literally tried to just explain where I'm coming from and it turned into arguments. And I'm so over that. I'm to a point where I'm just like, if you don't get it, fine. Like, I know where I'm coming from. You're obviously not going to hear what I have to say. It doesn't matter. So that's fun. It's relieving to come out of feeling like you need to explain it though, if that makes sense. Um, I feel really awkward now because I don't know what else to say. I lost my train of thought again. There's other things that I need to be doing, but you know what? I wanted to come on and do this because I didn't yesterday, and I felt the need to. Um, and why not? Why not? It's still brandy spanking new. It's still really weird. Just still don't necessarily know if I'm going to keep up on this, but if anybody else is interested, maybe I will. Maybe I will just for the hell of it, just for fun, because I enjoy it. Um, and I don't do things rehearsed or scripted or with any kind of notes, at least not yet. I don't. I probably would fare a lot better if I did, but I don't as of right now. Um, I hope you guys are having a great day. Um, whatever, I like vaguely remember what my last video was about. I know I was talking about everything's great, life is a wonderful thing, and it really is. It's so much nice to see the beauty in things, even if life is really hard. And I'm seeing that, trying to explain that to my kids lately. It's like the end of the school year is coming, and kids don't necessarily see around the big emotions either. I'm learning how to see around my big emotions, and I try to tell my children that I am as well, so that they don't feel so alone um, in figuring out their big emotions. And I kind of try to work with it with them, work through it with them. Um, but it's okay for parents to have big emotions too, and be learning how to handle that. And it's all growth. It's all growth. In order to fuel my growth, aside from this, I am going to be detoxing from my social medias within the next 2 weeks or so. I did it a few years ago, and I was focusing quite a few years ago. I was focusing on raising the babies and everything, and kids are in school now, and my new focus is running a household. So I'm going to be detoxing so I can dedicate to the things I want to do, like learning how to take care of the house better and cook better meals and feed the kids better, feed, myself and husband better, and maybe work on growing this. I think that would be really awesome. At the risk of this getting too long, though, and running out of more things to say, um, the detox I think will be really healthy, and I'm very curious and excited to see where it's going to go. Not necessarily scared so much, maybe just scared of my own failure at not actually applying myself where I need to. But, you give yourself the grace. Give yourself the grace and understand that you're not going to get it immediately. I'm not going to get it right away. It's still going to take a little bit of time to figure it out. I'm also deciding to do this right before the kids go into summer, so that's fun. Um, but then I can be more present with them too by not having so many distractions of doom scrolling when things get overwhelming, which is the biggest habit that I have, is losing hours and hours. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Losing hours and hours on my phone. It's probably not as consecutive as that sounds, but it adds up. Um, so if anybody else wants to do a social media detox with me, let's go. We got this. Um, and hopefully my next video will be a little more focused and not literally everywhere. Um, if you're following along, thanks for following along. And I will try to post more consistently and more on track. I will be back soon. Bye, guys.